You say you want more, but you tolerate less. You say that you want respect, but you tolerate people canceling on you last minute. You say that you want peace, but you tolerate drama. You say that you want a healthy relationship, but then you tolerate emotional unavailability and disrespect. This is a pattern that I've noticed within myself and the people that I've worked with. And just because you want or desire something doesn't mean that you're going to be able to take the appropriate actions in order to achieve that very thing. And I know that we are in this era of manifestation, and we think that if we just sit down, below a tree and say affirmations and meditate, that we're able to achieve whatever we want to achieve. And at some level, there is some truth to that. But the key, at least from my experience, is to take action, and not just any action. Let's just think about you want to find a man, okay? So you go on a lot of speed dates, you put yourself out there, but what you're doing is you're saying yes to all the wrong men. So you're taking action, but it's the wrong action. You are not deciphering between who is right and who is wrong for you. You're not asking them deep questions. You're not stating your boundaries. You're disrespecting yourself. You're devaluing yourself in front of that person. And so that person loses respect for you in that moment in time, or they might see you as prey. They know that you don't value yourself and you are the best person for them, so they can feast on you. And what I really mean by feast, I know that's really troubling for some people. What I really mean by that is to slowly break you the F down. They slowly break you down piece by piece. You probably are this beautiful flower, just shining bright and just being your best self. And when you get in a relationship with this man, that is when slowly that man or woman, it could be a woman as well, not just men, they literally are using you for their own gain, so that they feel powerful in their life. And I don't want you or anybody to be that person, because it's a painful place to be. And the reason why I want to bring this up is because this was me. I was that person that didn't truly value myself, didn't know my worth. And so I tended or I attracted a lot of people who didn't see my value either. And so I ended up choosing and attracting. Attracting is a funny word, because I remember when, I was in the dating phase of just, figuring out who I really want to be with, who I want to choose. The person that you're meant to be with sometimes can be right in front of you, but you don't choose them. You think they're boring. You think, I didn't feel the spark. I didn't feel the chemistry. And so you end up choosing the person that is going to hurt you. So attraction to me is an interesting. Of course, we attract things into our lives. But at the same time, we have free will to choose. We have a choice to make. And we have to take responsibility for our decisions and choices that we're making. This topic is so much deeper than just a 10-minute video, and I really want to get into this, but I'm going to keep it short so we get into the main points. So one of the reasons why you might be saying that you want more but you're tolerating less is because your brain learns from repetition. So when you tolerate the same behavior and same disrespect over and over and over again, your mind starts accepting it as normal. And then you begin expecting that kind of treatment from the people that you love. And again, this can start when you are younger. You expect people to not show up for you. You expect your life to never go your way. And you expect to be unlucky. And this was one of my programmings as a little child. My mom told me since I was born on the 8th of Feb that I was super unlucky. And what did that do to me? Everything in my life, I'm unlucky. So it's like, that's why it didn't work out. And that is why taking a good look at your childhood is so crucial, and reflecting on yourself, on your life, on your behaviors, on your patterns is so important as well. For me personally, I went through a lot of disrespect as a child, as a teenager throughout the years. And at one point, I think I almost became numb to it. Like I didn't really react. It was this weird phase that I had where somebody would say something and I would just be like, okay. Like I was just so tired of fighting. I don't know if anybody else can resonate. And after 25, I remember coming to this realization that I really need to stand up for myself. But to be honest, even though I knew this about myself, that I need to do this, I still fully didn't do it. I still ignored and avoided the truth of my life and my relationships. I didn't want to face it. So I would brush things under the rug and just pretend like it doesn't exist. And so sometimes you might have a realization, like you might be watching this video right now, or maybe 5 years ago, you had this realization, but you're still repeating those same patterns over and over again. And sometimes you have to hit rock bottom to really wake up. And that's what my divorce did for me. It really put me in my place and made me realize what the hell I was truly doing to myself and other people. And that is honestly why I'm making these videos. I want you to see my pain and see the trouble that I've been through and be like, shit, I don't want to go that far. Let me make some changes now while I'm okay. And I'm not married. I don't have kids. And right now I can put the work into me. You have the time, you have the patience to do it. So this is literally why I'm doing this, is for you to wake up before you hit rock bottom. Because being at rock bottom, sweetie, is not that fun. Okay? It's just more difficult to do this work when you're at rock bottom, because you not only need to calm yourself down, remove those negative thoughts, but at the same time, put in the work into yourself. Time is of the essence. So if you're watching this right now, this is your sign. Get to work now. And secondly, once you expect it, what you do is you end up allowing it over and over and over again, which basically reinforces the same pattern until you interrupt it with a boundary. And so if you're somebody who wants more from your life right now, but you struggle to create boundaries, then I want you to know that you're not alone in this, because this was me for a very long time. I struggled to say no. I struggled to state what it was that I was expecting of the other person, or not even the other person, but what I'm going to do if my boundaries aren't followed. And some people pleasers sadly need to hit rock bottom until they're able to state a boundary. And with boundaries, one thing I want you to know, that it takes time and it takes practice to cultivate this skill. There are certain things that you're just not going to tolerate. And again, recognizing what those are, getting a journal out and writing down, what are your boundaries? Let's say you're in a relationship right now, or even a friendship, and you feel like your boundaries keep getting crossed, even though you've never stated them, but you feel like you're just not getting the respect that you deserve. And so my biggest recommendation is writing down what you think your boundaries should be. And starting small. You don't have to straight away get into, hey, listen, you don't have to have attitude. The calmer you are, actually, the more regulated you are, the quicker that person is going to respect you. Because what we need to also understand, and this is one of my lessons that I can share with you guys, is in one of my relationships, I didn't truly respect myself. I didn't stand up for myself. I didn't have a voice. And so now, not now, but after a couple of years, I suddenly wanted to set a boundary. And that person's like, who the hell are you? I crossed so many of your boundaries. What the hell are you talking about? And they literally start laughing at you. And so people are going to be confused by that. And that is okay. That is not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to state that boundary once. And if it's not followed, you then do what you said you're going to do. And by the way, if you suck at setting boundaries with yourself, you're going to find it very difficult to set a boundary with somebody else. And again, this is just coming from my own personal experience, because I was like, how the hell am I going to set a boundary with somebody when I don't even follow my word? If you continue to tolerate less, then your brain is going to turn what you tolerate into what you expect. And you're going to be in a loop, which you don't want to be in. Okay? That's it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching and being here with me. And lastly, if you're tired of choosing people or situations in which it costs you your self-respect, and you're ready for a relationship where you don't have to shrink in order to be chosen, then apply for a clarity session. The link is down in the description. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys in my next video.